So SmartArt was a new feature introduced back in 2007. It's in Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. SmartArt is basically an interactive flowchart. It's different diagrams and charts that are very easy to edit by a special interface. So it's a group of symbols or shapes, but there's an interface built in to make editing them quite easy. There are two ways we can add a SmartArt graphic into our presentation. If we have a slide with a blank content box, as we do here on this slide, we can insert SmartArt by clicking the Insert a SmartArt Graphic button. We can also insert it by going to the Insert tab, Illustrations group, and click the SmartArt button. When we click the button, we get a dialog box with lots of different options. Flowcharts in different, or diagrams, but they're all basically flowcharts, but diagrams in different categories, as you see: list, process, cycle, and so on. Now, the first one on the list is all, so show all the SmartArt graphics available. But if we select, let's say, cycle, for example, we only get the ones that match that description. The bottom option, office.com, allows us to go out to Microsoft's website from within the application and search for more SmartArt graphics that are not pre-included in the application. Alright, so let's look at a continuous cycle here. And we're going to insert it, and you notice when we insert it, we get, there's 5 here, we get text in each one. To type text, I can simply click and type into it. I can also, and this is what makes SmartArt easy to work with, turn on the text pane. Notice out to the left now, I have a new little box that says type your text here. I can type all of my text into this box, and it will automatically appear on the graphic. So here we have the software development lifecycle. This is a continuous cycle. So we're going to identify the problem, develop a solution, code the solution, debug, /test. Oops, I misspelled solution there. And then we're going to document and maintain the solution. So there's the SmartArt in a nutshell. Now, like many other things in PowerPoint and the Office series, we have styles. If I point to a style, obviously, I get a preview of that style. We have 2D and 3D styles. Let's go with this one right here, and let's change the color. Let's go to a multicolor. There we go. Now, I can also do things like change the direction. Right to left, well, we can change the direction of the arrows and say left to right. Now, notice when I change the direction of the arrows, the graphic basically flipped. Now, identify the problem, develop a solution, code the solution. It just didn't change the direction of the arrow. The boxes actually changed. So let me show you that again. So if I turn off right to left, notice it's just not changing the direction of the arrow. The boxes are changing accordingly. That is SmartArt. We can also format our SmartArt using WordArt. We can do a shape, fill, outline, and effects. For example, let's do some red glow there. So anything we can do with any other shape can be done with SmartArt. Now let's talk about charts. When you think of charts, you think of Excel, rightfully so. However, you can also create charts in PowerPoint, and you can even create them in Word, actually. But since you're dealing with PowerPoint, let's talk about charting in PowerPoint. Just like SmartArt, we have a insert chart graphic in a blank content box, or we can insert the chart here in the Illustrations group right next to the SmartArt button. When we click the Insert Chart button, the Insert Chart dialog box pops up. Now you might ask, well, if you insert a chart in Excel with nothing selected, it gives you a blank chart. This is true. In PowerPoint, the chart will be pre-populated with default data. So let's do a 3D clustered column, And if we point to it, we get a larger preview. Going to click OK. And what's going to happen is Excel is actually going to launch. And down here we have a chart in Microsoft PowerPoint, and here is our data. The blue line is our chart. So if I say, let's say Q1, Q2, and notice as I change the data, the chart automatically updates just as it would in Excel. All right, let's say toys, clothing, auto. Random departments in a department store here. Now I can use Excel functions. As you see, I'm going to use ran between 30 and 50. Ran between is a function that randomizes numbers between the range. Oops. So once I have this open, this chart editing window, this operates just as it would in Excel. As you see there. All right, let's see. Okay, so there's our randomized data. So I have the same chart styles that I do in Excel. And I can make the chart very similar. Now, if we get rid of this chart title here, or the title on the slide, we can make the chart bigger. And notice the chart will override the background. So there's a line in the background of this template. The chart will override that and appear on top. And we can say, let's say, sales FY 2013 Acme department store. So there we go. So there's our chart in PowerPoint. Now, when I'm done with this, I can just close this out. If I click on the chart again, under Design, notice the options are very similar to what you see in Excel. The format, I can change again the style into a fill, outline, effects. I can add shapes to my chart. Let's say I wanted to draw a line on the chart, for example. I can do that. I can change to a different style here with an axis, which I didn't have on the other one. Here's all my different, I can do different layouts, as you see, whether how the legend is. Now, under the data group here, select data will select what the data is, or I can edit the data, and I can edit the data here, or I can jump out to the full-blown Excel and edit the data. It really doesn't matter which one you choose. Obviously, if you don't have Excel installed, it's going to make the last option difficult. But edit data pops up the small box we saw here. Edit data pops up full-blown Excel. And here I can go back, just like in Excel, and change the chart type once I have created the chart.